am going to the motorhome. Today I am going to be working on some welding. So I want to test out my new welding torch, and then I'm going to I'm thinking in my head of using the sheet metal that I have and like these long arcs. So like it starts on one wall, goes up across the ceiling, and comes down on the other side. And I want my walls to be removable. So I might weld little hooks onto, two spots on the frame, on the sheet metal, hook up above, hook, and then hook on the other side. And then, Parzival, please lay down. And then that way all you have to do to get it off would be lift it up, and the weight of it would hold it down. Obviously there's some like risk in travel of like the walls kind of falling off while the motorhome's moving, but they wouldn't be very hard to put back on if they did fall off. We'll see how it goes. I'm not a very good welder, so I was thinking, and I've been asked before, why am I socially anxious, out in public? And I haven't ever really been able to give a definitive answer. I was kind of like grasping at random things that I've learned about social anxiety. And watching my own vlogs, I see, like, when I was interacting with people at Chick-fil-A, every single time I would rub my neck like this. And I literally have a socially anxious tip for interacting with people like this. So I was thinking about it, and a thought popped into my head that I thought was more true than anything else I've thought so far in regards to my social anxiety. And when you go out in public and you're interacting with any other person, outside of a friend, or a family member, because friends and family, you have a deeper understanding about, who that person is. We're all playing a game, and I don't like the rules of the game. And, I don't have a choice not to participate. So that's why I feel socially anxious. And there's people out there that don't know it's a game. There's people that do. And I don't know which one's worse. I've had another thought. I'm having more weird thoughts today than usual. Probably because I woke up at like midnight. I don't know what time I went to bed. I just randomly woke up really early. And my new thought was, occasionally you should, say reasons you're not gonna kill yourself. As keep yourself going. And I had a thought. One reason I wouldn't kill myself is because it's not fair to my body. I really think of the body as like a city, and there's a leader, which is my consciousness. Parzival, what? Get down, take it easy. Oh, he tangled his arm up. You're the leader of the city, all these organisms in your body, and if you decided to kill yourself, you'd basically be like the leader of a city, nuking itself. And you could argue, Parzival, please stop, stay. Jeez Louise. Alright. You could argue that something has to have sentience to have value, since your organs and cells and bacteria don't have, consciousness, they don't have value or purpose. But I don't believe that. I think everything has purpose and, reason for existence, regardless of sentience. So today I'm not killing myself because it wouldn't be fair to my body. It hasn't had a chance to grow old yet. So I couldn't do any welding today because I need to get a converter. I can't remember whatever, but I'm building this instead right now. And I'm going to be wrapping up soon, but I want to at least get the base of it done. And I've been basically making all the pieces from that wood over there. I didn't do much today. I just got the bottom layer of the composting toilet box done. And originally I was going to do it out of aluminum, but I have to replace the coil in my kiln again because I busted the kiln and, you know, the coil in it by letting the coils touch. So that means, you know, no melting aluminum until I fix that. I didn't feel like fixing it. So I was like, what can I do? And I was like, okay, I'll make, I have a bunch of lumber, so I'm gonna make the toilet out of wood. And I'm thinking about painting the inside of the motorhome Minecraft textures. We'll see. And then the so I got the base of that done, and then I need to get the converter for the welder. So I basically, you know, I came today and I didn't have my welding mat, so I had to go to storage to get it. And then once I came back, I realized that the welder doesn't plug into 120 volt plug-in. It should be able to go off of that power according to, you know, what it says, but it doesn't have a plug-in for it. So I still have to get the I believe it's called the converter. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if I'm gonna get that, then I've got the larger kiln at my brother's house, which he said he was gonna hold on until I was ready for it. And if I'm gonna get the power converter anyways, I might just, you know, use that kiln instead of my small one. But that kiln, I think, does require the 240 volt, even though I don't know. I think it does, but I was thinking since I'd get a converter, I may as well use that too. But the converter will, you know, run the 120 into the right, you know, plug, but 120 into the kiln wouldn't really do much. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I did today. I still got a lot to do, but it can wait till next week, I guess. Okay. I'm always writing books and junk. I probably won't ever finish any, but I'm planning on creating a world. I could use one of the books I've already written and just make some adjustments to create the world. I don't know if I'll start a new book or not, but I'm gonna make some mental notes to my vlog so that I can remember these details when I'm writing. So the biggest aspect of this is, world building is the entire universe of this world is the size of a solar system. The sun is at the center of the universe. There's a dome around the sun of air, oxygen, and then it's Earth, and it's a sphere of dirt and rocks around the orb. So it's like space if all of space was filled with raw ore and materials. And I haven't decided yet, but there could be other solar system size spaces in the universe, which would make sense. Or I could just say this is the only solar system in the whole universe, and everything else is stone, or dirt, whatever, various materials. And maybe there's like world monsters further in, like Tarrasque style creatures, because that's the Tarrasque is known for hibernating in the earth, that kind of stuff. But obviously Tarrasque is copyrighted content, I can't use it, but I could do like a knockoff. And that's the first aspect of it, is it's essentially like when a person in this world is looking at the horizon, they're seeing, like in Halo, how that there's a circle of Earth and you see it arching up, which our descendants will probably get to see in real life. A space, space, maybe even a halo, but space is structures in space that arc up and you can see the Earth. So in my world, it just happens to be that way. It always has, always been. And it's very vast in terms of species, cultures, and stuff. Like there's distances of land that are uninhabited that aren't inhabited that no sentient life forms present in sections of land so large that it separates whole species, cultures, and stuff. So these cultures have never interacted in their entire existence. They're a planet's distance away from each other, but they could get to each other either by traveling over an ocean or Earth. And you can see, looking, a person in this world would look at the horizon and they could see the Earth arching up in the distance, and then it would kind of fade into a grayish ness, because the distances might be too great to see, or maybe you can. No, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'd have to maybe do some research or something, but the Earth, either you could continuously see it. Everyone in the universe has really good eyesight, I guess, and they can see all the way to the other side past the sun. Probably not, but you would have the sun in the middle. You'd have sky-looking cloud around the sun. You'd have clouds in between you and the sun sometimes. And then there's no moon. But I was thinking about having it be half sun, half moon, artificial craft thing that rotates in the center. So half of the solar system universe would be dark and half of it would be light, and it rotates like that. I haven't decided yet. And then you have trees still, you have buildings, you have some of the planet species in the story could be really advanced and have really large structures. Some of them could be medieval. I don't know entirely. I haven't totally decided. But yeah, that's the idea that's kind of been swimming around in my head. And I'm hoping that by vlogging it, I can rewatch this and help me create it. And I'll be doing more updates on stuff like that. I also decided I'm gonna probably film my dinner making tonight, because it's gonna be crafty, and if I, you know, film it, I can think about how it tasted, see where things have gone wrong, or like ways I could improve it the next time I go around to make it. Because that's, you know, what I do every time I want to make food is I just Google a recipe and then I follow the instructions, watch a YouTube video. But if I had my own YouTube video to go off of, you know, I could tailor make it to my understanding. But we'll see. We'll see. Depends, like, the biggest thing is the more I add, the more editing I have to do, the longer the video becomes. And I've already filmed a whole bunch today, even though I ain't done jack. Also, if Dad's home, it'll make things more awkward. But I think he's at my nephew's birthday party, so I think I'll be all right. Yeah, I just got home. So that's that.